Good afternoon and welcome to the last webinar for Defence Innovation 2020. My name is Jenny Elgar-Harry. I'm from the Defence Innovation Hub and I've been your host this week. First, I would like to acknowledge that I'm joining you from the lands of the Ngunnawal. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands from which you are joining us today, and also the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders participating in today's webinar. This webinar has a different format. First, Andrew Hodgkinson, Assistant Secretary, Defence Capability and Innovation, will provide some concluding remarks to close out the formal part of the conference. We will then break into 10 small groups with Capability Manager and Defence Innovation Hub representatives for a virtual networking event. Andrew's concluding remarks will be recorded, but not the virtual networking event itself. Just a reminder, if you have technical difficulties, please let us know by calling 1800 733 416. I'll hand over now to Andrew, who's in the studio with me.
Thanks very much, Jenny. I want to start by thanking all our presenters and panel participants from this week's conference for their involvement. You will have noticed that we've had some very senior figures participate, including the Minister for Defence Industry, the Deputy Secretary for Strategy, Policy and Industry, the Chief Defence Scientist, and Defence's Service Chiefs. The involvement of this range of senior officials from Defence demonstrates Defence's commitment at the most senior levels to pursue innovative Australian technology to prepare Defence for the future. We received some insights into the challenges Defence is facing earlier in the week. On Monday, Minister Price talked about preparing for a post-COVID world that is more dangerous and more disorderly. And Peter Tesch talked about the accelerating changes in our strategic environment, including military modernisation. Peter also commented that Defence doesn't support innovation in a vacuum, but rather in a broader ecosystem designed to build industrial capability in Australia. This conference has demonstrated the diversity of the national defence innovation ecosystem, which is spread right across all Australia's states and territories, across industry and academia, across government, and across all Defence's groups and services. And this conference has shown the need and the ability of all the parts of this ecosystem to work together to meet the challenges we share. We are very proud of the success that Defence's innovation programs has already achieved in partnership with industry. And we will continue to build and strengthen these partnerships and accelerate the transition of innovative ideas into Defence capability where we can. As Chief Defence Scientist Professor Tanya Munro explained on Tuesday, Defence is continuing to work on strengthening coherence, agility and accessibility across its innovation programs. Defence's new transformation strategy, Lead the Way, which was launched this morning by the Minister for Defence, emphasises the centrality of innovation to Defence's reform goals. In her foreword to the new strategy, Minister Reynolds addresses the importance of Defence's innovation investment to strengthening the delivery of Defence capability and to enhancing sovereign industrial capabilities and providing Australian jobs. We've had well over 1,000 participants in this week's events, which is a fantastic result, and I thank all of you for your engagement and interest. This afternoon's networking activity is the final element of our conference program. This activity, which we've timed to coincide with cocktail hour, provides you with the opportunity to grow your understanding of Defence's needs and to build connections with Defence and with other companies in an informal setting. Before I finish up, I want to thank one of the stars of the show, Jenny, who's sitting here beside me, for her brilliant efforts throughout the week to host our program. I also want to thank everyone within the Defence Innovation Hub who's worked hard to make this event such a success. Finally, I hope you all enjoy the networking function this afternoon, and I wish all of you a safe and relaxing Christmas holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. We'll now head into our virtual networking event. The aim of this session is for you to have an opportunity to informally engage with some of our capability managers and other companies in an informal setting. There are 10 breakout rooms. They are themed according to the capability domains. The rooms are moderated by a Defence Innovation Hub staff member who is joined by capability manager representatives. Information about the areas of expertise is available on the events registration page. Just a reminder not to close the main web browser. Keeping it open will allow you to move between rooms and then return to me. We have approximately 45 minutes set aside for today's event, and then please join me afterwards to close out the conference. Thank you.